Questions for the student athletes? Yes, sir.
Also, what all favorite media of HB radio, Korea. Your thoughts about playing the regional and playing regional here in Lexington? Anyone up for a second?
Well, I mean, it's a blessing for us to be here in Lexington, and we're very grateful to be in Lexington playing Chattanooga. It feels really good to know that our hard work paid off during the season and that we're here now in NCAA.
You want all of ours? Well, me, I'm very excited. I am a senior, so this is my last year. Being able to go into the tournament last year and, leave your mark and could make history.
And as Brittney already stated, it's an honor to be here. It's showing that our success is paying off, and Kentucky's a great place to be at.
Good question. Next question. Yeah, down here.
Just Pleasant, Mayor, UK Mayor Relations. You all have played since March 7th. How have you been able to stay focused since you've had such a long
I think that in practice we go hard every day, and we continue with the same mindset that we had in the beginning of the season, and to continue to just go hard every day and look at the team that we're about to play and focus on that, really.
Next question.
Come back to the NCAA tournament for the second consecutive year, so talk about how last year's experience is going to help this year.
Well, for one, last year, losing to Creighton, we all know as a team the feeling of losing in the first round. So to come back in back-to-back years, we have a sense of urgency, and we're more hungry to win and make history as a team and as a whole for Syracuse. The feeling would be unbelievable to come here and get the first win in Syracuse history. And I mean, that's what's been pushing us thus far as we lead up to tomorrow to play Chattanooga.
As a senior.
Can you restate the question, please?
Sure. You come back from back-to-back years, come back to the NCAA tournament. How do you use last year's experience to help this year?
Well, last year, obviously, we lost, so everyone doesn't want to do the same thing, coming in the second time and losing two games in a row. So basically, just coming in last year, we were, first year excited. This year, coming in really focused on just winning the game.
Gary, you have a question?
What's your familiarity? What have you seen on film from Chattanooga, and how do you stop a team that's been hot like that?
They are really confident, and we just got to come in, execute, play the 2-3 zone like we do. Don't let it get in the high post, and just play the game.
Just to follow up for all three on the previous question, have you noticed the attitude changing from last year now that you know what it's all about, and really what you have to change up the preparation of the process for the last couple of days?
I think that experience is something that we're going to be using coming into this next game. Last year was our first time in the NCAA for a majority of us, and coming into this year and this new season in the NCAA, I think we're more focused and more using last year's upset about not winning the game, and using it coming into this game and using it as motivation for us.
Yes.
I'm wondering if it takes a special kind of player to play a zone defense the way that you guys do, and what is it that you think is so effective about your zone?
I don't think it's more of a special player. It's more of a team effort. It's 2-3, you moving as one unit, and everybody's moving at one time, and one mess up can shift a zone. So for us to all be committed and to be one on that court in 2-3 zone, that's what makes a team deadly when they play a zone like 2-3.
Is there something you guys do specifically to kind of, I don't know how to phrase this correctly, something you do to prepare yourself as a team to run a zone like that, to kind of come together as a unit?
I think that our team chemistry definitely helps us with our 2-3 zone. And I also think in practice we're going hard and working on our 2-3 zone. Every little movement we work on, any slight mess up or anything that the offensive team can do, we work on that in practice, and I think that carries us over for our season and in the games.
Kind of answered the question, but how much different has your practice been
I think they've been pretty more intense. We focus more on detail, and a lot of the mistakes that we made early in the season, we focus on that in practice now, and we're just focusing on what Chattanooga can do and how our defense can carry that over for us in this next game.
Have you had a chance to preview all the teams here in this particular reason, or just Chattanooga?
We're focusing on Chattanooga right now because we're not going to skip over anyone, and that's what we have to accomplish first to move on to our next games.
Next question for the student athletes. Yes, ma'am.
I guess I'll ask Brittney, what do you think the difference is going to be this year? I mean, obviously last year it was your first year going to the tournament in a few years. Obviously you have momentum from last year, but what's going to be the difference this year? What's the push for you guys other than just getting here?
Other than just getting here, I think the simple fact of the position that we're in, and we're on our way to making history, playing Chattanooga and hopefully beating them tomorrow on Saturday, and to be the first team to appear in the NCAA back-to-back times, and then also on top of that, you receive the first win and you earn it. And I think that's what's been pushing us so much. And obviously, losing last year is another big reason why we're so happy to be here and to know that we can have a feeling that we didn't have last year, which is winning.
More questions for the student athletes. Yes, sir.
Knowing that the boys have a tremendous reputation in your program, has that been a motivating factor for you guys getting here back-to-back years and thought about that?
I think the men are the men. That's, the men have their men program and the women's have their women program. The men's program is great, and I believe that the men's program is great, and I believe our women's program is great. We're two totally different teams, and I'm just proud of how our team has progressed throughout the years.
And I think in addition, it shows how far Syracuse University is continuing to grow, how both programs are doing a great job in the off season. So I think it's good for the Syracuse University.
Yes.
Going off of that, I mean, how important is it for you guys to kind of get Syracuse on the map? I mean, you want to be an NCAA tournament contender every year, but now that it's back-to-back years, like how important is that just to get Syracuse's name out there and like as a serious contender?
I think it's a really serious thing. Syracuse University does a lot for our program, such as the men's program, and we just kind of owe them to do good. And Coach Q is a very good coach, so we just need to keep advancing and do good.
Questions for the student athletes? Okay. Hearing none, we'll go ahead and dismiss the student athletes. Let them go back to the